I became a teacher because of the teachers that I had. I came into this country and I had the challenge of learning a second language, and my teachers believed in me. And I wanted to make sure that I gave back to my community. I came from a very poor community and where there were many challenges. Because my teachers believed in me, I was able to strive and succeed. I love my students, how they come from different backgrounds. They come from many different places. I can influence them and they can influence me. I can read them. So I think with them, they just make me a better teacher because they keep me thinking about how we can make it better. How can I reach to them? So they always keep me with an inquiring mind. And I think that's what I love about my students. They challenge me the same way that I challenge them. So I love it.
We are going to draw President Lincoln. Now, this is what we're aiming for. Actually, my first major in college was criminal justice. And after about a year of that, I decided that was not what I wanted to do. And I was always fascinated by history. And so when I decided that the police business was not for me, education seemed to be a natural fit because I liked telling stories. When I was in the 8th grade at Oak Grove, then junior high school, I had a teacher by the name of Jim Jones. And he came up the very first day that we had class and said, you know, I would give any one of you an A for the semester if you can name all the presidents of the United States by tomorrow morning without blinking an eyelash. I went up at the end of the class and did it for him. And we kind of bonded at that point. And when I came to Largo in 1982, he was a teacher here, and I actually got to teach next door to him in Old B Wing. So that was kind of neat for a year to be able to teach next to your mentor. I think the fact of telling stories, the aspect of history is really telling stories. I mean, that's part of the terminology, his story. Because Jim was very big on telling stories and relating them to the content, not just to go off on a tangent, but to say that there's a message behind all of that and bring it all together. The one thing that a lot of people lose, because when they think of history, they go, well, they've got to memorize dates and events and things like that, and they forget the humanity. And I try and bring the humanity back in as much as possible. Anybody know what was his chosen profession eventually?
The teachers I came into contact with early in my life were the ones who invested in me and helped inspire me to move beyond the inner city community that I lived in and to pursue my dreams. And having teachers around me who saw beyond my need and saw my potential, that I think inspired me to later on in life want to join the ranks. I realized that the students in front of me are somebody else's child, and so I keep that before me all the time. I think of my own son and how I want him treated and how I want his life to matter, and I want the people around him to invest in him, and how important that is to me as a parent. I realize that I'm in that same role for some other parent, and that's very much a motivation to me. As a minority male, just knowing how important it is in our society to be a role model, to be an example for our young people, and both male and female from high poverty backgrounds like myself, to say that you can get out of that situation, you can break out of that.
I would say it was my ballet mistress when I danced with the International Ballet Theater. She was so passionate about teaching dance. She wanted us to be our best. So when we didn't understand something, she would physically show us. And when I would struggle with a part or struggle with a step, she was always like, no, 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 Kim, let me show you, it's okay. And you know, just her faith in me got me to be a professional dancer. I always try to encourage my students. When they don't understand something, I'm the same way. I go right up to them, I position their bodies, you know, I explain to them, now this is what we're going to do. And I show them, and I do it with them, just how she used to do with me. When kids are frustrated, I'm like, it's okay. It's okay if you can't get it today. You'll get it tomorrow. It's okay. Just keep trying, and you're gonna get it. I'm passionate about seeing my students reach their goals. I get really excited when I see a kid who came here and they've never danced before, but they just want to dance so bad, And then by the time they leave, their technique is beautiful and they've improved so much and they're passionate and they're excited and they can't wait to go on further. That's really what drives me when I teach.
Independent, okay?
Kids are like nothing else. They're all heart. They're forgiving. They're understanding. And to me, that's what keeps me in this job, looking at these wonderful, wonderful little human beings that you're going to make an impact on their lives by everything you do. So I'm very cognizant of that. And so that's why I'm a teacher. The love for kids, the love for learning. And I'm a lifelong learner also. I get to know my kids at a personal level. We have a really great relationship because I think relationships in education is what does it.